All right. I'd like to say that Ester Saint and Aunt Brandy had a great time at Italy's Pizza Parlor. They enjoyed meeting the Pilarzi family, mainly first and third generation. Luciano Pilarzi III was a handsome older man that I think Esther really grew fond of quickly. So anyway, Esther drove Brandy home, and no problems there. She had driven many different vehicles in her life. And so, arriving home, Brandy, having had a couple pitchers of beer, was still feeling woozy and tired. So Esther put her to bed, and then Esther went back to the couch and collapsed herself because jet lag was still something that was real, and she hadn't experienced it to this extent before. So Esther collapsed quickly and went to sleep. However, she did wake up, and I think it was 4.5, 5 hours, and had again prepared a wonderful breakfast. And Brandy, she could smell everything wonderful, and found her way out to the living room that was open to the kitchen. And Aunt Esther smiled at her, ran up to her again with a cup of coffee, and said good morning to her, I'm sure. And again, they joked about the wonderful Jamaican coffee. It was extremely good. And so, again, Aunt Brandy had to go back to the restroom. So in a few minutes, again, she came out and joined Esther, and they had a wonderful breakfast. And then Esther became somewhat serious and said, Aunt Brandy, we'll need to talk. Why don't I clean up first, and I'll let you prepare yourself for the day, and we'll need to do some more shopping today. And Brandy perked up on that concept and was all excited, very ready for that. And so, in a matter of, 15, 20 minutes, not much more, the two of them sat on the couch, and Esther explained to Aunt Brandy that her father, once he had left the military, had gone into private service, and had become a professional security person for the rich, very rich people. Not necessarily the famous, but the rich for certain, and had become a very successful person in it. Many of his military comrades had retired with him, and so altogether they ran a company that protected people, and on occasion uh, they had to use their expertise to prevent harm to the rich people, in which case they were often rewarded very handsomely. And so Esther told Aunt Brandy that while many people could have looked at her father as simply a soldier, he was much more. He was highly skilled in electronic surveillance, security issues of all types, skilled in fighting and weaponry, and in the capability of security for people. And that because of this, he had become a success and had earned a very handsome reward in life financially. So at any rate, Esther told Brandy that her inheritance was going to be close to $200 million, and that was her share. And her brother had created a will leaving her that amount of money. And so Aunt Brandy sat there and was so shocked by everything that she said she always knew her brother would be a success in life, but she never dreamed at this level. However, it didn't really surprise her because she knew he was very intelligent and that he did want to succeed in life. So, and Brandy turned to Esther and said, well, you know, Esther, soon you're going to discover that that couch is not that comfortable to sleep on. So I think what we need to do is find another place to rent, a bigger place, more comfortable for both of us. And Esther smiled and said, that's a wonderful idea, Aunt Brandy. And Brandy said, do you think your Uncle Hung would have some family that could find us some rental property that would be a benefit to us, that would serve our purpose? And Esther said, I'm certain of it. And so she called Uncle Hung right away, and to her excitement and pleasure, she found out that it was possible that, let me see, I have a note here. Let's see. It was going to be Bo Chen, a cousin, that dealt in real estate, that was available, and he could come by and show him some properties. And so if the two of them could be ready, he'd be there in 15 minutes. And so Esther said to Aunt Brandy, can we do this? Aunt Brandy said, you absolutely know we can. Let's do it. So the two of them agreed to meeting Bo Chen he was coming to their house, and so they were getting ready to go out and look at some new apartments. They were going to move on up. Very exciting day for Aunt Brandy and Esther.